Hey everyone, I just want to send out some love to the American people right now. You're on center stage. The whole world is watching you. We're watching not just who's going to be elected, but what's going to play out amongst you, the American people, the public. What's going to be the reactions of the American people? Are they going to unify, come together, get rid of the top-down control, corrupt, greed, old systems? Or is duality going to play out? Hey, it's Roxanne, it's Earth 1111. I do videos on everything from awakening, spirituality, ascension, 5D New Earth, so please hit the bell and subscribe if you haven't already. So right now we have a paradigm shift going on. We don't just have COVID or pandemic or all these restrictions. We have an entire awakening into a higher consciousness. Literally, the entire humanity is awakening into 5D New Earth. Right now, a lot of people are waking up. And they're waking up because the light's coming back in. Again, we are going into the center of our heart, and the light is returning, which is why all the darkness, all the shadow, all the bad people are being outed right now. We don't have to worry. We're going into a major change, which I'll talk about in a future video, so please watch that, December 21st, 2020, what's going to be happening. The big paradigm shift into 5D unified consciousness. It doesn't matter which race we are, which gender, how old we are, how much money we have. The whole point is when we unify together, instead of dividing and being conquered by the same old control system that's trying to have their power over everyone, we release that, we give the power to the people, the unified people that act as one with everything. If American people were to unify into one group, this is where you return the power to the people. Instead of the top-down, corrupt, greedy control structures, the governments that try to manipulate and use fear tactics. So all it has to go. All of it is already crumbling, which is why we're seeing it crumble. We're seeing everything playing out right now. Major changes are going down. The old control 3D matrix that keeps you a victim to outside forces is being dissolved, has been dissolved for quite some time. And we're seeing it just play out right now because it's left in your own grid. Once you release old patterns, old beliefs, old thoughts, old ways of existing, you're a different person now than you were last year, the year before. The world is different. The energy is being returned to the individual through their own DNA upgrade. Evolution is happening literally before our eyes. And when it comes to Trump versus Biden, remember that everyone is also you. They're all an aspect of you, playing out in duality, so you don't have to play out their life. We are all aspects of one source, infinite creator, God. So when we are all aspects of one and everyone's fighting each other, you're just fighting yourself. So instead we need to unify. We unify within ourselves and we bring a massive amount of light and love into ourselves, into our field, heal the shadow, heal the darkness, and we create a force field, a field that is felt, seen, and known by others. You will change others with your alignment into your heart, into your vortex. This creates a torus field, all for other videos. But the media, of course, is controlled because it's owned by corporations or people that have a plan to get their agenda out into the public as the truth. Remember, it doesn't matter if you love Trump or you hate him. That's duality. You are giving your power away, worrying about something, getting all upset about something, getting all irritated and angry. You're giving your power away. Why would you let anyone or anything take away your power? Remember, Trump and everyone else is just an aspect of you, playing out duality for you, the infinite creator, to learn from. So you have the perspective of all sides. So this is how reality works. We don't need to fight others or hate others or judge or separate from others or divide, because that is just dividing from our own consciousness stream. So instead, let that energy go. Let those attachments go. And ask yourself, why do you hate Trump so much? Or why do you love Trump so much? Or why are you so charged? Whenever you're charged, that is a point of weakness. You want to be whole. You want to be balanced. This is what, if you observe nature, nature likes balance. Everything likes being stable. When we're reacting to everything, this is where we're giving away our power. We're reacting and emotions are coming up in us, and this is giving away your power to anyone or anything. You're getting all upset about Trump. And Trump is also like 99.999% of the other people in humanity that haven't done the work. So they act completely from the ego. The ego is every part of yourself that's been walled off from the whole. So it acts against the whole. So this is where people act from those wounded child aspects. So Trump represents the wounded masculine. He's showing the world, he's on display, showing everyone his shadow aspects, his traumas. It's very easy to see Trump. He's exposed for the world to see, for us to learn from, to observe, to be triggered by things he does or says, or people say that he says. And they trigger aspects in you in order to come up, for the emotion to be removed, the charge is removed, the separation is removed, and so now something is neutralized. Back into the heart, back into being balanced, stable. So chances are you haven't done the work. So when you do the work, you neutralize every reaction you have, every attachment you have, every time you rage, every time you get upset. You neutralize all those triggers because you neutralize the energy inside your own field, in yourself. So when we come from the 0 point, from our heart, we act totally different and react to outside things going on. We react totally different than if we come from duality. We come from this perspective over here. You're in a crowded room and you can't see anything. When you're in the middle of the room, 0 point, you can see everything. You know what's going on. You get the neutral perspective without being all emotionally charged. So just relax, take a breath, and just know that everything is playing out perfectly. Be in a neutral space right now. When you're neutral, that's where you have power. You're not existing in the old victim, perpetrator, duality matrix programs. Instead, you're acting as a God, sovereign, free being, and this is what's happening with everyone. This is how ascension is coming into play. Duality is fighting out, but in the middle is the calm, is the power. This is what creates the duality. Duality is just almost like the show for us to watch, to experience, to learn from. When we act from our heart, this is where our power is. This is where we've unified everything. And we are now coming from a neutral spot where we can see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is all this is coming down the pipe because the entire world is changing. So America, you're on display right now for the entire world. What are you going to do? I ask you to unify. Come together into one unified collective so you can take back the power, stop allowing all these outside systems to dictate the way you think, feel, behave. Right now we're coming into a new world, 5D New Earth, and America is going to lead the way. Simply because of the extreme duality playing out that's being released, the amount of love being birthed, The media tries to make everyone divided. But instead, if you actually look around, people are waking up and unifying and questioning. And this is because the light has returned. The shadow is being exposed and dissolved and neutralized. You take back your power by being neutral. So it's the media and the control structure that tries to divide everyone and keep everyone in competition. Because when we're in competition, we're controlled. When we come together, the energy is actually brought back into the individual at the individual level, and everyone is aligned and makes the best decisions based on the entire group, based on the entire world, based on the planet, the environment. When you come together as one group and act together instead of opposing, fighting it out, this is where great change happens. So we're watching you. Please, let's see that love come out and shine through, which is begging to come out, which is why we're seeing all of this happen. I'm Roxanne, this is Earth 1111. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like it, please share it with as many people as you can. Let's try to share the light right now, especially when the world is at its darkest. And America, because you're in the spotlight, you have a lot of influence in the world. So please use that power wisely. Let's do it. Let's ascend the planet based on unification into your own heart first. We'll see you soon on Earth 1111. Please subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't already.